This is Marlene Byrne with the League of Women Voters of Portland, and you are watching Video Voters Guide. We are in the studios of MetroEast to talk with candidates running in the November 2018 general election. We have invited all the candidates to file for this race. There are many reasons during this busy campaign season for candidates accepting or being unable to appear. With me today is Anna Williams, and she's running for State Representative 52nd District, and she was able to accept our invitation today. We are sorry that one of the candidates in this race, Jeff Helfrich, has been unable to accept our invitation. We urge voters to visit our League of Women Voters of Oregon website and use the League's 411.org site for comprehensive coverage on the candidates who may have chosen to include more information, some including their own YouTube videos. And now for the questions. Anna, what is your top priority and how would you accomplish it?
My top priority going into the legislature will be really being a partner with the people in the legislature on behalf of the people of my district. I'm looking to move the needle on environmental legislation from the standpoint of what's best for rural Oregon. And I'm looking for some solutions to some of our social problems, again, with regard to what's really going to work in rural Oregon.
Okay, and again, now our second question here. What steps would you take to ensure more Oregonians are qualified and hired for Oregon jobs?
Well, some of the things that I think we need to look at are investing in career and technical education, both within our high schools as well as in our community colleges, as well as four-year institutions, of course. So we, looking at where we're spending our education dollars, making sure that we have some local control over that money so that employers in the area can actually engage with the school districts and say, this is what we need our employees to be able to do, and here's ideally how we can support you in getting there, as well as, like I said, investing in two-year and four-year education as well.
Good. And our next question is, how can the legislature provide stable, adequate, and long-term funding for the public education?
That's a complicated answer. So one of the things I'd like to see the state legislature do is sort of peel PERS off of the education budget and really have the legislature address the PERS liability as a separate budget item at the state level, rather than asking the school districts and the cities and counties to cover that liability when the state was the one who made the 8% match promise back in the day. So that would help stabilize some of that funding we're looking at for education. But also really smoothing out the budgeting process, where right now some districts are creating a budget, then they get a new budget from the state, then they create another budget, but they've already negotiated their contracts and planned for their buses and all of that based on the first budget. So there's a lot of waste in the system that can be smoothed out and streamlined. And once we've done that work, then I think we can really get to, do we need to add more investment? Where does that revenue come from? And how do we make sure that people are paying their fair share into the education system, and that some groups, like older adults, aren't paying more than their fair share while other groups aren't paying into the system at all.
Okay, and thank you for answering all these questions and being with us. And this has been the Video Voters Guide. Thank you for watching, and the general election is Tuesday, November 6th. Be sure to inform yourself about the candidates and the ballot measures and exercise your right to vote. Thank you again.